Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back for another Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. And boy, it has been 1 week for Fallout 4 mods. We have had so many amazing mods coming out, a bunch of weapons and armors, and so I'm just going to go ahead and show off a few of my favorite. A lot more in this episode than normal, so we're kind of going to blow through them. We're not going to give a ton of details, but a lot of these already have videos with full reviews on my channel, so feel free to go browse and see if any of those are out there, because you'll get a lot more details out of that than you will this. This is more of just a recap of everything that's come out over the week, just in case you missed it. So, for starters, our first mod that we have is the Remington Model 11 by Subleader 100. This is a super awesome rendition of the Model 11 Remington shotgun. It is a classic shotgun from the US, came out around 1905 and was used for decades afterwards. This thing is semi-automatic and it packs quite a punch. It also has access to a few different ammo types, which is really cool, including slugs, flechettes, and also dragon's breath rounds, which of course does incendiary damage. Now this is a classic antique weapon, however, Subleader has gone ahead and added a bunch of modern attachments that you can also put on this thing to make it as tactical as you please. Or you can just throw on a sawn-off pistol grip and some gold trim and just call it a day. It's really up to you how you want to customize this thing, but the possibilities are endless. Well, as endless as they can be for a shotgun. If you want to find this thing, there is an optional file to add it to the leveled list, and it'll start spawning around level 20. Also, this mod is available for both PC as well as Xbox One, so great for you Xbox users, you get to try this thing out yourself. And as usual, if you want to try this mod, it'll be linked in the description along with all other mods included in this video. Moving on, we have Gun for Hire Mercenary Jobs by JoerQC. So, Guns for Hire is essentially a mini quest sort of mod. Well, I wouldn't say mini. It adds over 27 new quest archetypes. Not new quests, but quest archetypes. So, these things are actually technically endless. So you create your own business in this new location right outside of Diamond City. You hire an assistant and you start taking jobs. These will be randomized jobs, again, with 27 different types, which will all have different outcomes based on your actions and behaviors. So that's really cool for replayability's sake. And I was chatting with some of you guys in the comments of the full review of this. It is different every time you start the quest as well. It won't give you the first mission every time the same. So while I got a pretty simple fetch quest, one of you guys was sent to the glowing sea to go kill somebody, and that's pretty cool how different it is. So every time you start up a new campaign, this will have a different start and a bunch of different missions for you to try out. So that's really cool. Also included in this mod is your very own companions. There's a set of 3 of them that behave separately from the standard companions, so you can carry them all at once. And there's also your own personal vertibird, which is pretty cool. This mod is fully voiced, which is always appreciated, and the voice acting is really good, which is, again, always appreciated. It's that little extra touch that shows that some time, effort, and love really went into this mod. It is great, and this is one that you can just kind of throw in your game and forget about it. It's always there. Get some extra money by doing some mercenary jobs, and the replayability is endless. So I really like this one, and it's a super cool mod. Currently, it is only available on PC, but I believe the mod author said that they want to release it on Xbox after all the kinks are worked out. So just give it some time, and I'm sure there will be a port at some point in the future. Moving on, we have a brand new armor, and that is the VaultTec Armor by Essenbros. This mod adds some new, really customizable VaultTec armor. So the VaultTec armor in the base game is a boring vault suit, the chest piece, and the helmet. This completely redoes all of that with a completely new model that actually has tiers. So 1, you get the chest piece and helmet like normal, as well as your arms and legs. And like I said, there are tiers to this. So you get light armor, medium armor, and heavy armor, just like all of the vanilla armors. I really love modular armor sets, so having this in my game, it's just some more variety, really, really cool. However, it's not like normal armor that you'll find out in the wasteland. This is actually pretty unique stuff. It is prototype VaultTec armor, and you have to follow sort of a mini unmarked quest for it. First step is finding some of the armor. It's right outside of Sanctuary under the bridge in a crate that's been underwater for about 200 years, so when you pull this stuff out, it's all moldy on the cloth parts and rusted on the metal parts. So the next step is to head over to another vault where there are some blueprints for all of the different modifications. From there, you can create some restored sets of this armor, as well as add a bunch of your own materials, so you can change up the color scheme of this thing and use it for more than just VaultTec armor, if you like the style of it. Really awesome mod and a really interesting idea, and excellent execution. But as of right now, this mod is currently only available on PC, so hopefully we will see a port sometime in the future. Sticking with armors, we're moving on to the Secret Service Armor by Newermind43 and Captain-Ultima. This mod aims to bring in the Secret Service armor from Fallout 76. However, it's a little bit different. It just isn't exactly the same. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think the helmet's a little bit off, and it seems like they kind of combined the light, medium, and heavy armors into one single armor. That being said, there is no light, medium, or heavy. There is just the single set of Secret Service armor, and if you want to get it, you're going to have to craft it at a chemistry station after finding the blueprints. It does, however, come with its own under armor unique to this, so this is pretty cool. And there are also a ton of camo options for this thing. So rather than just the regular black, you can have a bunch of different types of military camos and styles for just about any climate that you could want. So if you are a fan of the T65 power armor that released not that long ago, then you should like this armor as well. It's basically a shrunk down version of that doesn't require a power armor frame. It's pretty cool. I really like it. It harkens back to the classic style of power armor, in my opinion, the way that it was in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, where you just slip it on rather than having the whole frame. So if that's your thing, this is definitely cool. It's pretty bulky. The only problem I noticed with it is that there is some clipping on Pip-Boys, but if you're a user of the Pip Pad or any mod like that, then that isn't a problem for you. So, again, if you want to try it, it'll be linked in the description, and it is currently only available on PC. Speaking of bringing things in from other Fallout games, we have the 22 long rifle pistol by RonnieMagnum. Now, I really like this mod. It is a very simple mod, but there's just something about it that really speaks to me. I love the 22 pistol in Fallout New Vegas, so getting to use it again in Fallout 4 is awesome. It has a little bit of a model change, so it's not exactly the same as it was in New Vegas, but I really like the updated version. It uses the deliverer animations, and they line up perfectly, as well as the deliverer sounds, which for some people may be a little bit overused, but in my opinion, I think it suits the 22 pistol, especially with it being an integrally silenced weapon. The new raised iron sights are perfect for lining up headshots, so this is an awesome early game weapon. It is added to the leveled list, which is amazing, of course. I love any chance that I get to find a new weapon out in the wasteland, so that's really appreciated by me. And this is yet again another mod that is currently only available on PC, but I really hope that you guys get an Xbox port soon because this thing is super cool. Now finally, the big one. Well, not finally, we've got a couple more mods, but definitely the one that some of you may have been waiting for. We have the Combined Arms Modern Weapon Pack by NovaFinch and many others. This is a crazy weapon pack. I barely had enough time to fit all of this stuff into one video with its own standalone review, and really I didn't even get to because there was just way too much content in this. So really quick, we'll run through the fact that there are 14 new modern weapons that you can add to your game. They range through all kinds of weapon types. You have pistols, shotguns, assault rifles, and sniper rifles. All of these are added to the leveled list, and all of these have a ton of customization. So many different types of parts that you can throw on. It also uses scopes framework so that you can have some new reticles for your sniper rifles, which is always really, really cool. This is definitely a mod that you don't want to miss out on. Now, that being said, if you're playing on PC, this thing clocks in at almost 4 gigabytes, which for most people isn't a problem because on a PC you have a whole lot more in the way of hard drive space. However, for Xbox users, that's not even able to be downloaded. Luckily, there has been a port made since I made the last video, and now you can download it on Xbox, but it is still a whopping 700 megabytes. So use this with caution. However, know that when you download this, you are getting a lot of weapons. That's pretty much 50 megabytes per weapon, which is actually a pretty good ratio if you think about it. Definitely an amazing mod. So much work, love, and time went into this mod. So really appreciate the mod authors for this one. It is amazing. And finally, if you like the idea of the Combined Arms Modern Weapon Pack, but you just don't have the space for it, we can try out Zenit by SpongeBobSlavicPants. This adds a new modern AK, not the same kind of customization as the Combined Arms AK, because they're just different mods. Not to say that one's worse than the other, they're just different. The Zenit AK is going to be a 545 AK with more emphasis on tactical modern attachments rather than a variety of attachments. The Combined Arms AK can be converted into a Dragunov or a 9mm or even an RPK, whereas this one is just kind of set in the modern style of AK. However, it has a lot of attachment options. Also included in this mod is the Grotch pistol, which also has some cool customization options, so you get both of these. They're both added to the leveled list and contain their own ammo types, so that's pretty sweet. So, if you're just looking to get some cool new Russian weapons, this is definitely worth a try. And this one is available on PC as well as Xbox. So, all of these links will be in the description like I said, and that's pretty much it, and that's going to bring our video to a close. So, if you guys want to try any of these mods, like I've been saying so many times, check the description, they're all right there for PC and Xbox if Xbox links are available. And if you enjoy any of these mods and you've been trying them out through the week already, go out there and support your mod authors. Endorse the mods, Donate if you can, anything to show your appreciation and your support. These guys work tirelessly to provide us with amazing content, so do your part to show that you care. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe, all that stuff that gets us into the algorithm and gets more mod recommendations to the people that are looking for them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace!